Okay, boys. So we are back with another video, and today we're not on Isaac, but we are on the tier maker website, and I'm gonna make a tier list out of all of the items in the angel pool. These are just my personal opinions, obviously, but you're very free to correct me in the comments if you think I'm placing Godhead at ew, but what's that? Ew. That will not happen, by the way. But yeah, I think we just get started, right? This video won't be as edited because I'll just say what I think, go to the next thing, say what I think, you know. Starting off with 7 seals. Oh, we got the tiers, by the way. The best one is the second best one is yes, please gimme gimme. And then we got Joe Hart special decent, meh, and
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
and 7 seals belongs in the meh section for me. It doesn't really do anything for you. It can provide some DPS for you, of course, but it's not substantial. It's not gonna change your run, and it can just hurt you with explosive flies. So I'm gonna leave it in meh. And then we got Tears Up and an Eternal Heart, which is it's just decent, right? Solid Tears Up, probably a full HP up because you get the Angel Room at the end of the floor, so you're gonna bring that along to the next floor. Angelic Prism is definitely a yes please gimme gimme. This can work with so many items and it creates like a beautiful synergy with a lot of items. Especially Tractor Beam. If you got Tractor Beam and Angelic Prism, you are in for a run. Then it could even be in Sir, but that's assuming that you got the Tractor Beam, so. Blood of the Martyr. It is decent, it is really decent. I'll put it above this one, I can't remember the name for it, sorry. But I'll take the damage up above the Tears Up because you might get it when you're even maxed on Tears, so yeah. Book of Virtues is a great item. It synergizes so well with a lot of active items. Well, it synergizes with all of them, but a few of them are better than the others, I should say. It's probably even better than Angelic Prism, honestly. It's not insane, but yeah. Breath of Life. Ew. Ew, I hate this item. When this shows up in the angel room, you just walk out straight away. It's almost like I can't even be bothered to fight the angel. When I see this thing, I just want to walk out, get out of there. Godhead is obviously up here with Ronaldo. This does really win you a run. If you get piercing with this, then you're great. If you get sinus infection, then you're winning. Celtic Cross. It provides invincibility, but it's a really bad one. I think I think like 27 luck or something for this to proc 100% of the times, which is insane. I've never had 27 luck. Sensor. I think Sensor for me it's decent, but I think a lot of times it does more bad than it does good. But overall it is decent. It could fuck you on like the Beast fight or the Hush fight or whatever, but I'm gonna put it at decent. We got Circle of Protection, which is it's meh. I'd probably rather take it than the 7 seals though. Chronolite, you're definitely up there. I'd say this is above Godhead even. And that's assuming the fact that you can maintain it, and if you can't, then that's your problem. Sorry I had to break it to you, but this is just a great item. A 2 times damage multiplier. Oh yeah, please, man. Sir! Dead Dove. Dead Dove is really good. Gives you flight, gives you spectral. It's not as good as Angelic Prism, so I'm gonna put it behind. And yes, please, gimme gimme. Dead Sea Scrolls. Ew, brother. This could give you a death certificate, but that's never gonna happen, is it? There are so many active items in the pool, so yeah, it's just a bad item. I never ever take it. Delirious. Delirious is a bit better than Dead Sea Scrolls, I'd say, but it's still one of those items that you never want to see in the pool. And then we got the double tap for a shield. No one uses this, and if you do, then you're lying, okay? Duality could be very, very solid, especially if you find it in the devil pool when you've already committed, and then you can just switch whenever you want. Like if you already found Brimstone or like Twisted Pair or some goated devil item, then you can just switch to the good side. Yeah, it's going above Censor. Eden Soul is a really, really good item. It could spawn you 2 items in a secret room, it could spawn you 2 angel items, 2 devil items, whatever. But a lot of the times I feel like I walk into the angel room already with an active item, so I don't want to give that up for Eden Soul. I'm putting it behind the Dove, I think. No, I'm not. I'm putting it ahead of the Dove. Eucharist, this wins you runs. That's just how it is. This wins you so many runs. Especially the earlier you get it, the better. Having a guaranteed angel room, you can walk in and out, you can maybe reroll, charge up your D6, go back reroll, find a per throw, go back reroll. This is just a solid, solid, solid pickup. Genesis is so situational. It does make your runs a lot more fun. Like if you just want to clean your slate, get 3 items out of every pool, pick the best one in every single pool, then yeah, of course, it's good, it's good. I am gonna put it ahead of Duality, I think. Because a lot of the times you see it, you never use it because you already have like a good run. I'm gonna put it ahead of Duality though. Glyph of Balance. It's a really solid item. Makes you get the pickups that you need the most, which is obviously is really good because you're gonna get the things that you want the most, right? But it's not gonna save your run. It's not gonna make your run. It is just decent. It's above Censor. It's below Duality. Guardian Angel. This is just... it's just conjoined progress in my head, honestly. It's going in meh. Behind the Celtic Cross. Habit. Okay. This is where we get controversial. It's gonna go at the very top of yes please gimme gimme. This can give you so much utility, especially if you got like a reroll or if you got like a sulfur or something, and whenever you get hit you just get a massive damage up. You can also just use it to bomb yourself to get more charges. Solid item, very, very solid. It can also be completely useless if you don't even have an active item, but overall it's always a take for me. The Holy Poop. Ew! No, man, this is so terrible. Even if you do get hit and it lands on the floor, you can stand in the aura for what, 2 seconds and then it's gone because you shot it. This could be amazing with Rock Bottom, assuming that you have Rock Bottom, which you never do. So it's better than Delirious, but yeah. We get the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is just decent, gives you flying, gives you HP. Holy Light. It's probably behind Habit for me. If you do have high tiers, if you do have high luck, then it's a game winner. It's a serve. But if you don't, then it's not proccing that often, it's not doing that big of an impact. I'm putting it up here. It's still a very amazing item. I love Holy Light. Please show up more often, please. The Holy Mantle is probably one of the best, if not the best, passive protective items in the game. I'm putting it above Eucharist. Then we got Holy Water. Holy Water is just decent. They buffed it a lot, so it stuns bosses, it stuns enemies, and it respawns very fast, so... yeah, I'm gonna put it behind the Blood of the Martyr. It is a really good item. Immaculate Conception. Is that what it's called? I think so. This just spawns a Angel Familiar, and those aren't that great, let's be honest. The best is probably the Seraphim, if we're being real. It's not as good as the Devil counterpart, which can spawn an Incubus, can spawn Twisted Pair, can spawn Little Brimstone. I'm just gonna put it at the top of meh. We got Immaculate Heart, which is a great item. It gives you a good damage multiplier. It's not gonna win you a run maybe, but it is a really, really solid pickup. I'm putting it above Angelic Prism, but below the Book of Virtues. Jar of Wisps, yeah, down you go. Above Delirious, I guess. Lazarus is Rags. I only ever pick up this item if I have Damocles procced, and I know I need an extra life. This is like a last resort for me. It's probably even behind 7 seals here. Sorry, Lazarus. Lil Delirium. Which is... It is bad, bro. It is bad. I can't lie, man. I want to be nice, but nah, you're just bad, bro. It still is a passive though, so I'll put it above these 3, 4. Miter. Miter is really solid. It gives you a lot of value. It's gonna spawn you a lot of soul hearts during the run. Probably putting it above Dead Dove. And then we got this bullshit. I mean, you could use it offensively. It is pretty good. It gives you the 2 auras, and the auras do a good amount of damage. Especially if like small dingles or something are charging you, they just run into your aura and die immediately. You could also use it very offensively against bosses. It's probably going below the Glyph of Balance, but above the sensor. Okay, Pascal Candle, now we're talking. This is a great item. It's a great pickup. If you just don't take damage, which I never take damage, I'll place it above the Angelic Prism. This could give you a massive tears up if the candle is lit all the way. Prayer card. It is solid. If you're not a bad player, then this should give you basically infinite HP. At least you could play it safe and just use it after you've cleared the whole floor. And then you know you've got an HP up on every single floor. It's gonna go above Holy Water here. Yeah, this gives you so much security. I'm gonna go here. Purgatory, not a massive fan, honestly. It is a passive, and it is decent. It's behind Glyph of Balance for me. Okay, Revelation. Amazing item. It's a quality 4. I won't say it's as good as Godhead though, so I am putting it behind Godhead. But it is still certified in the Rosary. Rosary is good, gives you a tears up, gives you 3 soul hearts, but it does cause the Bible to spawn, which is not that fun, especially if it spawns inside the angel room. It's gonna be at the bottom of yes please gimme gimme. Sacred Heart, this wins your runs. I've never seen anyone lose with Sacred Heart in their inventory. Maybe if you're like Tainted Lost or something, but that's an exception. But no, this is just a run winner. Gives you an HP up, full HP, homing tears, massive damage up, massive multiplier. And Sacred Orb, another big time player here. I'm gonna put it above Chronolite. This can give you so much utility. If you get this early on, then you've got a good run ahead of you, you just know it. So this gives you the auras that the more damage you take, the bigger they get. And then they spawn the Revelation crosses on top of enemies that stand in your aura for too long. And it can be really good, like it can do a lot of damage, but they have to stand in your aura for a pretty long time for it to proc. I am gonna put it above Genesis and Duality, because it is a really good item. Scapular, okay. Scapular is amazing if you know how to use it. And even if you don't know how to use it, it could save your life like 10 times in a single run. I'm placing it above Miter. This just gives you more utility. Basically infinite HP. We got Seraphim. Seraphim is probably one of the best familiars in the game that doesn't like replicate the tears that you got. But his tears deal a good amount of damage, they're homing, and it's conjoined progress, so I'm putting it at the bottom of decent. You know what, I'm putting it above the sensor. Soul Locket. Soul Locket is good. It gives you passive stat ups on every single soul heart pickup. The stat ups aren't that massive or noticeable really, but over a run it could give you like one full tears up, one full damage up, one full speed up, depending on how many soul hearts you pick up. It's above purgatory for me, honestly. The Spear of Destiny, which can be used very efficiently offensively. It is just a high risk play though, getting that close to enemies, and the damage isn't that massive, I'd say. It's probably going above purgatory. Yeah, at the mid section of decent. The Spirit Sword, this wins you runs. If you find this, then you know you're gonna win. There's no way to lose with this. Maybe if you got like very slow fingers, then yeah. But if you don't, then this wins you runs. It's honestly better than Revelation for me. Star of Bethlehem is just such a good item. It kind of gives you pseudo mapping because you can just follow it to the boss room. It also gives you the aura that you can stand in, which absolutely melts anything that you see. Gives you homing, gives you a tears up, shows you where your boss is. It's a Soul. Yeah, it's at the bottom of Soul. We got Stigmata. And Stigmata is decent. It's good. It's probably above Blood of the Martyr. Gives you damage up, gives you an HP up. The damage up is pretty small, but it's still something, along with the HP up. And then we got the Guardian Angel's best friend. I mean, he is conjoined progress, and he can spawn Eternal Hearts upon hits, but I don't think I've ever seen this guy pay out with more than one Eternal Heart in a whole run. He's going above Guardian Angel, he's going above the Celtic Cross. He's not going any further though. The Bible. So the Bible grants you with flight upon use. It can also insta-kill Mom, it can also insta-kill Mom's foot, which can be good if you're really lacking for damage, but it's not gonna win you a run. It can be really good early game though, like getting pickups and flying in certain rooms or whatever. I'm gonna put it up, no, below Purgatory I think. I think this is good. The body, just three red hearts straight up. I think it's better than Stigmata, but worse than the Holy Grail. It's just a really solid HP up. The Halo is... I'm always happy when I find the Halo in the Angel Room. It's behind Dead Dove, but it's above Rosary. So the Mind gives you full mapping of everything, even super secret rooms and everything. It is really good, and I am gonna put it above Eden's Soul. The Relic is also a very solid item. I feel like in the long run, it's gonna provide you with more soul hearts than the Mitre does, but that's just my experience. So I am gonna put it above Mitre, but below Scapular. The Soul, I mean, I am a fan of the soul hearts, but I'm not a massive fan of the aura that it provides. I'm probably just gonna stick it behind Rosary, because Rosary gives you a tears up. This does not. Yeah, it's behind Rosary. Stairway, okay. This is almost an instant win. Maybe 80% of the times this is an instant win. The only thing that it depends on is money, whereas Eucharist does not. So I am gonna go behind Eucharist, but honestly above Godhead. And then we got the Wafer. The Wafer is arguably the best defensive item in the game, even better than Holy Mantle sometimes. It gives you half price sack rooms, it negates the womb thing where you take double HP. I am gonna go above Holy Mantle on this one. And then we got the Trinity Shield. It's basically just a passive version of this shield, but you don't have to think about the double tapping or whatever. I am a really big fan of Trisagion. I love finding it, I love using it. It doesn't win you runs necessarily, but it does get you very far in a run, I'd say. Find this with homing and you're swimming. Combine it with a low shot speed and a good range, and yeah, you're swimming, man. Urn of Souls. I feel like I don't use this enough. It has a really good output of damage, but I just don't use it enough to put it any higher than decent. I'd say that it's above Prayer Card for me, because this gives you damage, this gives you only defense, and offense is the best defense, is what they say, you know? Same thing with Vada Retro here. I don't use it enough for me to judge it, but it's better than the Spear of Destiny, but it's worse than the Soul Locket, so I am gonna put it in here. And then we got the Void. I'm not a massive fan of the Void, but I can't speak against it being good. If you find Bob's Brain, you can just void it, get a passive stat up. If you find Isaac's Heart, you can just void it, get a passive stat up. You could void a D6 and save a D6 at the same time as having, what, Book of Revelations, Satanic Bible. It has a lot of uses. It's going above the Halo. It's above the Halo, but below the Dead Dove. So this is my final list of all of the items in the Isaac Angel pool. I know a lot of you have disagreements with me, but I feel like I did a good job, and if I did it again, it would look pretty similar, if not exactly like this, once more. But please let me know in the comments which ones you don't agree with, which ones you do agree with, and maybe give me like a 1 out of 10 rating on how accurate I am. And I'm very excited to read all of the 1 out of 10s that you send me. But no, this has been it. Thank you for watching the video all the way through. I love you guys so much, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Bye bye.
This is a Cooked Elk production.